I have a crush on my school's guidance counselor.
I already don't like it.
I already hate it because I'm like, girl, what's going on? Oh my God. Okay, this is getting problematic. What's up, guys? I'm Teala Dunn, and welcome back to another episode of Anonymously Yours. If you guys don't know the rundown of the show, every single week I sit down with a new guest, and we react to crazy, juicy confessions that are sent in anonymously. And if you guys want to be a part of the show, I won't expose you. Everything's anonymous, but you guys can click the link in the description and submit your juicy stories or submit your friends' stories or whatever you feel comfortable doing because more tea, more fun. But before we get into today's topic, I want to give a very, very warm welcome to my amazing guest, Nour.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Yay! Nour, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
If you guys don't know, Nour and I have been friends for 2 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Where did we meet?
Yamashiro.
Yes, Yamashiro. It was our friend Anna's birthday, and that was so fun. Like we were in the back room, everything was like rented out just for us, and yeah, that's where I met Nour.
The dessert table was insane.
Dessert
the
table
cakes
was
everywhere.
Crazy. Cakes everywhere, balloons everywhere. Like it was basically like all you can eat, and the sushi was so good. Everything there was incredible. But yeah, that was 2 years ago, back in our Clubhouse content house days, and then Nour and I became like super close. I want to say like this last year and this year now it's like ridiculous. Like Nour is definitely one of my best friends. He's the best. He's so talented. He's like a variety pack. He do a little bit of everything. He's an amazing singer.
Thank you.
How long have you been singing?
When I was like 3, my mom put me in piano lessons, but I don't think I started singing until I was like 15.
Like actually singing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, his voice is incredible. If you guys have not seen his covers, you need to see it. What's your Instagram so everybody can check it out?
My first and last name and then just an extra R.
Make sure you guys check that out. But yeah, like I was so blown away once I heard your voice because I mean, I have a lot of friends that are singers and I'm like, okay, it's kind of like when people are like, oh yeah, I'm an actor. I'm like, okay, cool. But like he can actually sing. So
And you can actually act. So
thank you, Nour.
that's, you know, like you admire my singing, I admire your acting. It's like
two peas in a pod.
two peas in a pod.
Two peas in a pod. Nour is the best. He's like the LA guy that everybody goes to. I feel like, honestly, like we have so many mutual friends. I can't even keep up with.
Yes.
Like we know the exact same people, and we know a lot of people in LA. But Nour is just that one person that is like everyone's. I've never met, and this is crazy because it's LA. I've never met a person that's had anything negative to say about you. Like you are so genuine, and people like that are really hard to find. So when you find people like that, hold on to them.
Keep them close.
Keep them close. We start off the show by asking all of our guests a crazy question. So, do you have any stories when you were young or maybe even now, like the craziest things that's happened to you as a child that no one ever knew? Like any crazy story?
So when I was in the 3rd grade, I used to love playing on the playground during recess. And I went to a school in Monticello, which is like near Tallahassee. So it was like, you know, Florida, so a lot of insects. And so I was sitting under like a clubhouse looking thing, and there was an ant pile and I didn't realize it was there. So obviously bell rang, went inside, went to the bus, and I'm on the bus. And this girl that I had when I was a little kid, that was like my girl crush when I was in like 2nd grade, was like, you know how teasing goes, like would like fake punch, and like when she was fake punching, I was feeling like things were like I was getting stung, and I was like,
no.
I was like, either she has like some sort of like mental telepathy where she's like able to get
She's
to
like
me.
11. She's like
Yes.
from Stranger Things.
Honestly, she might have been 11, and I was convinced of that. And then I like pulled up my shorts and I saw like an ant, so I run off the bus and I run into the bathroom, and you know, obviously the bus driver notices, and I take my shorts off and it's just a fuck ton of ants, like a bunch of ants just all over me.
No.
And I was like, oh my God, like the principal comes, and the school's kind of small, so like it was very awkward. The principal's like my dad's friend, and he's like on the other side of the bathroom stall, and I'm like, you know, like trying to get everything.
Rid of them.
Yeah, and I managed to, but I was literally in my underwear, and and it was like, yeah, and I threw all my clothes on the floor, and it was just literally like a pile of ants.
No way.
But that was a super embarrassing moment, and I had a flip phone back then because that's all there was.
Yep.
BlackBerry
the little
didn't
razor,
exist yet.
Blackberries, all of those were the good old days.
Yeah.
Where you could actually just hang up on somebody by closing the phone.
And you'd have the little iPod, and only 2 songs on it was Ride Around by Flo Rida and Boom Boom Pow by the Black Eyed Peas. Those
Great choices.
Yeah, those were the only 2 songs
Black
the whole way
Eyed
home.
Peas, come on,
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
That is a crazy story, Nour. I mean, first of all, you lost me at bugs. I hate bugs more than anything. The only
Yes.
bugs that I can handle are butterflies and ladybugs.
Me too.
Like a butterfly and a ladybug, if they want to be on me, I will accept them. I will never kill them. Spiders, ants, freaking flies, bees. I'm just like, no.
I used to catch butterflies.
Really? I love butterflies. They're so beautiful. And like even caterpillars, I don't mind because I know they'll turn into a butterfly eventually. But no, the other ones I can't do. Don't even get me started on the cockroaches. Ugh, no.
You know that if this world was, if we were nuked, the only thing that would survive would be the roaches.
Yeah, they never die. Don't you have to like burn them or something?
Yep, from the bottom, I
Yep.
think. Yeah.
That is just
It's crazy.
No, absolutely not. Well, Nour, thank you for sharing your crazy story. Are you ready to react to some
Let's do
juicy
it.
confessions? All right.
ready.
Coming up, just to give you guys the lowdown, we have story number 1. I was sneaking around with my boyfriend until I got caught in a hilarious way. Number 2, I have a crush on my school's guidance counselor. Oh, that could get messy. Number 3, my coworker smelled my fart and thought it was a dead mouse in my room. Wow, that's brutal. And then number 4 is my friend faked his death for money. That is psychotic, but we'll dive into that. Wow. All right. So, story number 1. Let's get into it. I was sneaking around with my ex-boyfriend and didn't tell any of my friends. Once again, this is coming off very much Pretty Little Liars.
Yep.
Like, every time I watch that show, I'd be like, aren't these girls supposed to be a squad? They would always lie to each other. Like, Ari would be like, oh, I'm just like going home for homework. And she's like with Ezra. I'm like, girl, tell your friends. Anyways. I had a boyfriend for a while, probably like a year or so, and we mutually broke up because it felt a little off. There wasn't any big fight or any arguments, and I never really talked badly about him to my friends. But you know how friends are. The minute you break up with somebody, they become the enemy. If they ever saw you out with them, they would be calling me out. They changed their tone of voice from "you're perfect" to each other to "he's garbage." It definitely helped me get over the relationship, but I didn't really feel like he was a bad person or anything. Knowing that my friends thought of him this way, I was super embarrassed to tell them that we had started kind of hanging out again. We were hooking up and spending time together secretly. One day, my best friend texted me and said, "OMG girl, I just saw Steve driving down my street with some girl in his passenger seat. She had some ratchet roots. What a downgrade." Little do they know, that girl was me. I had made a hair appointment the very next day. Oh my God. That is brutal.
From my point of view, I think the only way to, if I was her, to move beyond that would be to convince myself that they didn't actually see the girl and they're just saying that because they saw him with someone else. Because otherwise, I'm cutting all my friends off.
No, I'm going to be honest. I mean, the way she's describing her friends, they do seem very like flip-floppy.
Yeah.
And I always feel like flip-floppy friends are not loyal friends because if you just have the type of friend that's like, oh, like, you know, their opinion is your opinion and they won't ever tell you like how it is, they're not your real friends.
No.
They just kind of go wherever the wind blows. If it's raining, they're raining. If it's sunny, they're sunny. So the fact that they said that about you, I mean, they didn't know that it was you. Mm-hmm. But even so, it's kind of toxic that they're already ready to like throw the girl under the bus and like judging the girl off of her looks, even though it was her.
Yeah.
I just feel like that's toxic. It's giving very mean girl energy.
Yep.
And personally, I would get yourself a new friend group.
I would have, yeah. I mean, I feel like it's so common, especially now, that for people to just be like, oh, you're that guy you're talking to, like, all right, yeah, we're happy for you, like, couple goals, and then as soon as the breakup happens, it's like, we never
liked dead to me. We hated you from the jump. Blocked report.
Yep.
Yeah, that sounds really messy, and I'm sorry you had to make a hair appointment, girl. I'm sure your hair looks great. Don't change yourself for nobody, period.
Yep.
That's crazy. I've never had a relationship where, like, I had to hide it from any of my friends or any of my family. I just feel like if you are in a position where you're dating somebody you care about and you have to hide it from like everyone, I understand like not broadcasting it to like the internet, like or putting it on TikTok. I get that because I've had so many public relationships and I do not recommend public relationships at all. I think you should keep that side to you private. But as far as like your close friends and your family, if you keep that a secret, I feel like It's just not a good sign.
It's not like she was dating anyone that would be like, you know, like her best friend's brother.
Yeah.
I feel like then it's a little bit understandable to like, you know, beat around the bush for a while before, but just dating a random guy and then that
having to
happening
hide it.
That's weird.
I just think it's giving too many red flags this soon. So
it's red flag central.
Red flag city. It's done. Okay, Nour, are you ready for story number 2?
Let's do it.
All right, guys. I have a crush on my school's guidance counselor.
I already don't like it.
I already hate it because I'm like, girl, what's going on? Oh my God. Okay, this is getting problematic. Okay, he was way too old for me, but I just can't help myself. He's a 51-year-old man, and I'm only 19. Already done. Girl, this guy is probably older than your dad. Let's be real. 51?
That's as old as my dad.
51. He could have had her.
What? Normally guidance counselors are like 30.
Yeah, I know.
Even
that's what
then,
I thought.
it's a little bit,
but at least I'll let that slide.
It's a little bit better.
19 and 51. No.
It's like grandpa even.
Literally. I'm a member of a school club which operates in the guidance office, so I see him quite often. He's very gentle spoken and will make you feel so comfortable in his presence. Already hate it. Like, problematic. I like him so much that it makes me so extremely sad whenever it's time for us to go home. I stay at his office for as long as I can. I know I shouldn't act on it, but I want him to know that he makes me so happy just by seeing his face. At first, I contemplating getting him a gift and writing him a small letter. But after reading opinions on the internet, I decided not to. That's why I'm here, confessing my extremely inappropriate crush. Mind you, he's a year older than my father. I literally was just saying that.
Like, a year older than mine. My father's age, yes.
That's insane. To be honest, I've been thinking about it a lot, and I think that I might have a thing for older men. Older men who are sweet and responsible, kind, and I know won't take advantage of me. Any thoughts?
Having a thing for older men and having a thing for 51-year-olds are two
very different things.
Having a thing for older men is like 28, 26.
Yep. Still 19. In their 20s.
Yep. Or like, even like, it's still weird, but questionable at like early 30s, but like, you know.
51? This guy probably has gray hairs. Like, look, I get it. You can't help who you have feelings for. You can't help who you're like drawn to naturally and like attracted to. But I am getting like really weird vibes from this story. The fact that she's like, he has a gentle voice and da-da-da.
Yeah,
like,
the attributes are not it.
It's just not good.
I found my first silver hair today.
Shut up.
Somewhere over here.
Well, your curls are still looking great. I can't even see it.
It's somewhere. I'll show you later. I took a photo, but I was like, it wasn't even white. It was silver.
No.
Yes, it looked angelic. I was going to pull it up.
You know, they say, isn't that like good luck? That silver hair is like good luck? I hear that. So
I'm not going to take it out. I'll leave it there.
Leave it there.
But I'll show it to you later.
It's good luck.
Yep.
Yeah, send it in the group chat.
But no, that is just weird. Like, I feel like I've heard stories of people that have had crushes on their teachers that are like maybe 6 years older than them.
Yeah.
But 51 is a lot.
51 is a lot. And also, what if this guy has kids? I personally wish the best for this 19-year-old girl, but I really think she should just leave it alone. I don't think you should mess with that, especially, I mean, maybe he's a 51-year-old single man, but 9 times out of 10, he's probably got a wife or like an ex-wife or kids or the whole shebang. And I just don't think she should be messing around with that.
Yep. Nope. He's probably going to be on his VR set, just playing on his VR set. So.
Yep. And also, I mean, look, I get it. There's a lot of people that have different age gaps and stuff, but like, how would you guys relate to each other? Like, what would they talk about?
Literally nothing.
Like, they were born completely different times. Like, they can't even try to relate to like, oh, remember when we were kids and you watched this? Or like, what can they relate to?
The only thing probably is watching Elvis, the new Elvis movie.
The new Elvis movie. That's it.
Yep.
If she even knows who Elvis is, let's hope she does, but.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Who knows?
I love Elvis.
Me too. We have to go see the new movie.
Yep. When I was in the 6th grade, my friend got me a laptop case that was Elvis on it. And it had Elvis's, like, obviously not actual signature, but a photocopy.
Yeah.
And like that's
that's a cool present.
Yeah, that was my laptop thing that I would sit my laptop on, because you're not supposed to like put your laptop directly on your legs.
Yeah.
I'd put that on that, so my laptop was on Elvis's face every day for like years.
No way.
I think it's back in my place in Florida now, but I should bring it to LA.
Yeah,
but
I want to see it.
But the new Elvis movie is a must. The new Buzz Lightyear was amazing.
I know, we're going to go see that soon. Well, he's going to see it
40X.
again for us, for me. Yeah, 40X. Fun fact, a month ago, a couple weeks ago, Nour took me and my best friend Bella, who was also on the show, and Austin, who was also on the show, and just we had a whole squad. That's kind of like the squad we go out with. But we went to go see, what movie was it called?
Top Gun.
No, the other one, the 4D one. With Jared Leto.
Oh, Morbius.
We saw Morbius in 4D. I've never seen a 4D movie in my entire life, and I was not ready. I thought when he said 4D, it was like 3D, but like it was gonna feel like it was with us. This felt like one of those virtual reality type rides. We were moving, we were shaking, and this wasn't just like the vibrations. This thing like moved us up a little bit, rocked us down. I felt like wasn't there water splashing on us?
And smoke,
Water, smoke. It was incredible.
It's the best. Like, honestly,
it's the only way Nour watches your movies.
Exactly. It would be like, it's hard for me not to watch it that way, because once you watch it that way, it's like, you can't go back. Because
you get the full experience.
It's the perfect word is it's immersive. You're in it. People said Morbius wasn't good, but I think if I had watched it normal, maybe it wouldn't have been.
I don't think so.
But the fact that we were moving and rocking.
We were like fully in it.
I know, we were. I could feel every jump.
Yeah,
every transformation. It was crazy.
We're going to see another movie in 4D very soon. But now, that was my first 4D experience, and I was like, wow, this really changed my life. Like, it really does make you feel like you're actually in the movie and you're not just like sitting there bored, falling asleep. It really does. Also, I would recommend, if you have friends that fall asleep in theaters, like our friend Austin does sometimes, take them to a 4D movie. Guarantee you they will be awake.
Yep.
There's no way you could just sleep through that unless you're just a crazy sleeper.
Yes, exactly. No, he stays awake during those. He does.
Yep. So there you go. Now it is time for confession number 3. My coworker. There's always a gross one. Here we go, Nour. My coworker smelled my fart and thought it was a dead mouse in the room. I can't tell anyone about this, but I have been quiet about this story for 3 days now. I'll forget about it and go about my business, and then I'll remember and just start grinning and forcing myself not to laugh out loud. I was working in my coworker's tiny little office when the door shut. I had really needed to fart for a while, maybe about 3 hours. Oh my God, she was holding in the fart for 3 hours. Girl, go to the bathroom. Let one rip.
That's not healthy.
That's not healthy. You're supposed to let it go.
My dad's a doctor, and he told me when you hold a fart in, like, it's like, it's just bad for your body.
It is.
There's like a biological
it's bad for your gut,
thing
right?
for it. Yep, it's bad for something, but just go let it out.
Let it out. No wonder it probably smells so bad. She's been holding it in for 3 hours. I struggle with farting when needed. Okay, girl, it's okay. Well, I finally was able to let it rip. It was a long, rather loud, and felt incredibly revealing. My pants suddenly fit so much better. Oh my God, so she really let it out. I went back to typing on my computer like nothing happened. Less than a minute later, another coworker burst into the tiny office to come say goodbye. As she was leaving for the day, she starts saying goodbye and wishes me a good night and that she'll see me tomorrow. But then she stops herself. Oh God, do you smell that? She sniffs. It smells like a dead mouse is in here. I sniff and go, oh yeah, I can't figure out what that is. Maybe another coworker left her gym sneakers in there for the week. Coworker sniffs again. No, that's not just a dead mouse. It's decon. That definitely smells like decon, and probably a dead mouse too. So my farts smelled like mouse and mouse killers. I really want to tell somebody that it was me, but I can't. So I'm sharing this hilarious moment with you all. Wow. That is awful. Just the thought of being in a tiny little office, it's probably hot. Clearly, if people are saying goodnight, they've been working all day, so now it's nighttime.
Yep.
Everything's trapped in.
Only God knows what she ate, too.
That's true, too. What if she had, like, Chipotle?
Yeah, it's over.
Oh, if she had Chipotle, if she had a big burrito.
That's why it would smell. That would definitely be a dead mouse.
That'll do it.
Yep.
That's definitely a dead mouse.
That reminds me of a story of where my friend, he was at a sleepover with like a bunch of people, and it was like kind of coupley, like bunch of couples. And my friend was sitting here, and then this guy's girlfriend was like sleeping this way, and she like fell asleep, and he was sleeping like this, and she farted in her sleep.
No.
And it like obviously
went
like
in his face.
And
oh my God.
And he called me and he said I can never look at her the same way. Because he said it also smelled like dead mouse. Dead mouse.
Maybe she had Chipotle too.
Hopefully not. But yep. He was traumatized. He unfollowed her after this.
No.
Yep.
That's how deep it was. He hit her with the unvolley. He said, I can't.
He said
He
like,
probably almost gagged.
he probably did.
And what
gag.
if he had his mouth open?
He doesn't say whether that was the case or not, but I hope not.
Oh my
He
God.
he was on the verge of tears, but it was bad. But no, he just told me about that. I'm like, that's scary. Imagine you're on a date, and you're like watching a movie with a guy, and then you fall asleep, and it lets loose while you're asleep.
I mean, how would she know? She probably has no idea. She's probably like, wow, why did that guy follow me? What happened?
Yep, she doesn't
Girl.
know. But imagine if it was someone she actually cared about. This is
Yeah.
just a friend of a boyfriend. But
Yeah. But imagine if that was like a date.
Yep.
Damn. Well, good luck to you, girl. I would just really start going to the bathroom. Don't hold it in, don't wait 3 hours because this is what's going to happen.
Yeah, let it out.
It's going to give dead rat and we don't want that.
Yep.
So just go to the bathroom, let it rip in there, spray some Febreze, carry some perfume and call it a day.
Yep.
So
I
good
agree.
luck to you because that sounds
awful.
awful, honestly. Yeah. So Nour, since you are my amazing guest, I'm going to have you read the last juicy confession.
So, my friend faked his death for money.
Oh.
Crazy title already.
Awful.
When I was in high school, one of my closest friends died suddenly and a little mysteriously. They ruled it an accident, and his family collected life insurance money for his death. None of it felt weird. Like, of course, if someone dies, you get life insurance, but it seemed weird to be in high school and have a large amount of money in life insurance. Our whole class was torn up about his death. It really messed us up for a while, and we remained close with his family and would take them gifts and spend time with them on his birthday and those first holidays during the year.
Wow.
It was their first Christmas without him, etc., so we felt bad for them. Turns out, a year later, they found him alive and his parents faked his death for the insurance money.
Oh!
This is all kinds of
This is
messed
insane.
This is all kinds of messed
Not
up
the
right
parents being in on it too. And like getting their that is so all sorts of messed up.
Yeah.
First of all, the parents should be ashamed of themselves because
Yep.
clearly, I mean, I doubt this little high school kid came up with that. Like it's obviously a collaboration.
When
with
I was
the
in high school, I
parents.
didn't even understand what insurance was. So.
Exactly. And just the fact that all of his friends were involved, they're giving them gifts. They probably had a GoFundMe, you know how people do that for money for the funeral, whatever. How could these parents live with themselves? And where were they hiding the kid? Was he under the basement somewhere? Did they fly him to his grandma's house?
They had to fly him out of
They
the
had
state.
to fly him somewhere. That is so nuts. I just feel like when you do stuff like that, you're gonna have such bad karma.
Yeah,
There's no way you can have good luck from doing stuff like that and involving so many people in something that's so dark.
Yeah.
And I almost feel like that's jinxing something too. When you do something that's that dark, messing with death and stuff, God forbid now when something does happen to this kid, everybody's gonna be like,
yeah, they're gonna be like,
goodbye. We already mourned you last year when we thought you actually died. You know what I mean?
I hope the parents. I hope the parents don't think of it as when people think that Michael Jackson faked his death, but he didn't do it for money. But people thought he did it because he was just tired of being famous, and a lot of people obviously started talking shit about him towards the end of his career.
Yeah.
So maybe he was just like, I can't deal with this. I'm out.
Yeah.
So some people think that because that happened, it's justifiable because he obviously lived an insane life. But to just be a high school kid and have obviously built friendships and family stuff, to ditch that for money, it's that's one thing that I feel like people say money can buy a lot of things, but I don't think money can or should be able to
justify that at all. And I just feel like this is beyond toxic and messy because now all the friends seem like they were heavily involved in the parents as well, going to Christmas parties with them and all this stuff. And now just to know that it was all fake, I feel like if I would have known that somebody I was close to did that, I would just feel like our whole friendship is a lie because I'm what else are you lying about?
Yeah, no, that's the ultimate trust breaker, I feel like.
That's cut them off. That's block, reported, deleted.
Yep.
No, I would report the family too. I'd be like, bye. I want nothing to do with y'all. No more Christmas presents. No more Friendsgiving parties. Cut off.
Santa Claus isn't going to go to their house anymore.
Yeah, they're going to get a lot of charcoal for Christmas. That is so dark. Wow. Well, Nour, thank you so much for being my guest.
Of course, anytime.
You are the best.
You're the best.
And what projects are you working on right now?
Working on some new music stuff. Obviously, as you mentioned, I just started getting into acting a little bit. So I've been trying to do that and, been working on that. So that's been cool. And, just working on building like I'm working with a team on building like some cool apps and cool interactive things. So we'll see, but that's pretty much that.
I love it. Well, make sure you guys check out his music, follow him. He's the best. And yeah, I love you guys so much. And don't forget, if you have any juicy, crazy confessions, or your friends' confessions, your cousins' confessions, your mom's confessions, whatever the case may be, don't forget to submit your stories in the description. And don't worry, everything will be 100% anonymous. We will not expose you. I will see you guys next time for more juicy confessions. Bye, guys.